have I been muted? Is this thing still bad? Hello? It will still be with a shitty ass mic, but whatever. Okay. Oh wait.
Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance, after consuming a large quantity of them, bitterness is all that remains.
I might as well just drink alcohol instead. And some wine. It's a bad idea. Oh wow. So I have until the end of the
You
control.
chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food. If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future.
I just Paimon, go to hell.
The food of the mortal realm is most delicious.
Eat you later.
But should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food
You'll
here,
probably become a
sampling
great
each dish in
later.
order to...
Return to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon knew she was an adeptus.
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the Rebuild the Jade Chamber competition! And now we're probably super behind because we've been held up for so long.
I see. I heard something about the contest when I was passing by.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any question you want if you win! Were you interested in the contest?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance.
Wow! But having an adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
No.
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Great! Paimon bets this is gonna be the awesomest plan ever!
Not with you around, you annoying piece of shit.
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be classified as awesome. We simply need to dispose of everyone who's currently ahead of us.
Vito! That is not acceptable!
Silent fucker. I like this bitch already.
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence about conflict and one-upmanship.
Look, we want to win this competition fair and square,
Shut the
okay?
Fuck up, you little Paimon piece of meat.
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's you.
Baishu, what are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I came out to fetch the ingredients personally.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much wound dressing all over?
I'm not too sure. I
That's a
did
good
hear she's looking to
question. Is it for
rebuild the
dressing
Jade
for a
Chamber.
salad?
Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask, though. Far be it from me to pry into my customers' personal affairs.
What? Xbox Series X. Series X2. What the fuck is that shit? Can they make up anything better? Xbox, make up a great name, not some shitty ass name. You saw nothing.
Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed
Boo Boo.
right
It's
now.
not called Boo Boo.
I don't
It's
suppose
called
any
Boo
of
Boo
you are looking
Pharmacy.
for part-time work by any
Oh,
chance?
Vegeta. Boo Boo Pharmacy is
No,
the best.
we've got other stuff to do. While you're here, though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the Seven Mountain Treatise. As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But the Feiyun Commerce Guild would know far more about this than I do.
Okay then, let's go ask the Fey
Oh my god, can I just fucking
Why?
shut the chatter and fucking... I'm tired of like so much non-action. Just nothing but talk, tack. And a little tickety tack, boom bop, doo bop, boo bop, boody bop, boody bop bop. The fuck am I going? Fuck, I can't do anything. Ugh. So annoying. What? Really? Fine. We'll do something else then. Oh, I can't do anything. What the fuck? Oh, hello, old lady.
There's a lot of treasure here.
heavens are smiting me. Smiting me to smithereens.
What the fuck do you mean, old man?
Uh-huh. And what do you want?
We've heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to borrow the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide.
Huh. Don't get me started on the topic of my books. After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. Then the Fatui started working to sabotage me. To pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Wrong. That was my life's work. I devoted my entire life to... It's useless ranting and raving at you like this. Unless you have other business here, I'm done talking to you. Goodbye. Off you go.
Please tell me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Legend of the Shattered Halberd. There's a title I haven't heard in a long time.
What? But we don't?
That work was an epic-defining masterpiece. Granted, it was almost unknown at the time it was published, but over time it was the work that came to define the genre of martial arts novels. Barely any copies of the first...
The later edition inexplicably went out of print.
Yes, that's right. How did I forget? The original edition's 6th volume of that work is so rare. I could never bring myself to pawn it no matter how much I needed the money.
You mean you still have it?
Yes. It is my one and only remaining treasure.
Hey, Chang. You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I need an answer. Will you sell the Corlapis or not? I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that if you mess with Gentry...
Oh, but you know I can't afford to give a 70% discount on the price. I'd never be able to buy my collection back.
That's your business. The question is, do you want your books, or do you want food on your plate?
Whoa there, friend. Come on.
Just who do you think you are?
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this gentleman in his moment of need. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan.
Guhua clan? Did you hear this clown? He thinks he's a Guhua master in this day and age. Oh, there was me thinking the last granddads of Guhua had keeled over and died by now. Who were you supposed to be then, huh?
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend. That just makes me someone trying to do the right thing. But you? The weasel who does the tiger's bidding may be less powerful than his master, but he is no less guilty.
Get a load of this guy. Just you wait. And you, Chang, you're...
Oh, how the wolves prey upon the fallen tiger.
So, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier...
Oh, what does it matter now? I can't expect anybody to care about me anymore. But...
3 long years I have waited for this day.
All right, give it a rest.
Hey, where are you going?
The fuck am I doing now? Look for brigands after...
Now I can get back.
Oh, he's downstairs. Goodbye. Oh, well, okay, well that's weird. I'm gonna die here. Can I... Oh my god, where the fuck am I going? character is down. Oh, well, thank you.
Frost is coming!
So, you like reading, huh?
Oh, amazing! I never saw that coming.
Hello?
No wonder this book is so highly sought after.
How can they bully poor old
Don't forget me. I'm in too.
Oh, so now you can hear what we're saying.
The reason I borrowed this book is that it would be a real pity if Chang the Ninth ended up having to pawn it. And I meant every word I said to Chang the Ninth. I will return his act of kindness. I will be custodian of this book. And I will, of course I do. An initial plan anyway. Give me a second to reflect.
You're still here? What? I got a hand. Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a saying that goes,
Quit quoting.
please leave this place.
It's cute that, but you picked the wrong time.
I may be young, my liege.
Oh, great speak.
There you are, eavesdropper. The more, the merrier. Blink.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit in mid-battle. Yeah,
Over here. Blink.
don't mind me.
Over here. Oh, now you've got me worked up. Let me leave you a piece.
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were wearing, not a vision. You won this round, but you better watch your back. This isn't over.
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson? Yes, though I try to avoid using it. I dislike the unfair advantage it gives me against my opponents. Though I long to restore Guhua to its former glory, it is no easy task.
They've gone for now, but they'll be back looking to cause more trouble.
I'll see to it that no harm comes. It's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute. But the confident demeanor of their errand boy suggests there is substance to his words. There must be a deeper He mentioned Gentry Mount.
That idea works, but
Me? I have other things to look into.
you really have stuff to do?
Wow, so that's how that turned out.
Ugh, this guy is so annoying.
You don't want no more knowing than
But,
you,
as per
than
tradition,
me,
Paimon
you
gets to pick
are.
an... From now...
You go first. No need to wait for me. One more page.
Oh my god, just finish the fucking book.
You always seem to be around to give me a hand.
da 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 da.
Who goes there? Really? He didn't mention anything about a meeting. The Master's
Why
dealing
the
with some
fuck
urgent
does he
business
look like the
today.
same guy that
All
just
prior
invaded?
appointments have been canceled.
Urgent business?
The Master's been working on a major business deal
That's right,
recently.
they
He left
recopy and
early this
paste
morning
people.
to meet with a VIP.
So, where is he now?
I'm sorry. The Master is stressed that we must not disclose that information to no, I mean, yes. Yes, you are. I meant no offense. Please. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Master's currently in business negotiations at Shinya Kiosk. I beg for your mercy, please. My master will show me no leniency if he finds out.
Well, my master has much more important things to do than talking to rude guards like you. Luckily for you, your bad attitude will be the last thing on our minds when my master's busy negotiating a big business deal with your boss.
Thank you, thank you. May your business forever be blessed by the Lord of Geo.
Oh my god.
Nice work! Paimon never knew you were such a tough negotiator. Is that so? Now Paimon knows not to let your wily ways get the better of her in the future. Anyway, seems like the VIP client in question must be one of the Fatui.
That's could work in this
In that case, let's get ourselves over to the Shinue kiosk. Seems business is booming at the Shinue kiosk. No one should notice if we blend in there. But either way, if we want to know what kind of shady business they're up to, we better be careful. Yep.
Oh my god, stamina. Can I?
I understand. I do. Please, do not worry. You have my word that the order will be completed as promised.
The subordinate I sent was not quite so optimistic in his appraisal. Is somebody being uncooperative?
We just ran into a minor procurement problem, is all. But it's nothing for you to worry about. If Chang the Ninth won't sell, I can buy from someone else.
That would be most ideal. I remind you again that the Fatui care only about the result. We are willing to lend a certain degree of support to this transaction. But if it is not completed in time, you may suddenly find our goodwill comes at a price you cannot afford.
I understand.
We shall see when the time comes.
Darn that old man Chang.
So, Mr. Gentry Mounts, who knows if
Why are you
Gua Geek has
talking?
made any...
Why are you talking so loudly so they can fucking hear you? Paimon. Why don't you shut your fucking fat ass mouth and talk away, like, you know, go away from the entire area. Jesus, you're so annoying.
Yep.
The fuck? You said you had other things to look into, as if you're some sort of man of mystery. When actually, all you meant was you wanted somewhere new to park your backside while you read your book. Oh my god, are you done with the book, though?
I see. I guessed as much.
Did you really guess, or are you just saying that to sound clever?
The course of action we must take is now clear. To start with, please deliver this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild, my liege. For reasons that I cannot explain, I will be unable to join you. There is no need for you to read the contents of the letter. When the time comes...
Ugh, this writing is super hard to read.
Hence why I said there's no need for you to read it. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will have someone who can understand it.
But why would you want to get them involved? They're one of the bigwig commerce guilds in Liyue. Since we got to Liyue, Paimon keeps hearing people mention it. Seems they oversee a lot of business that goes on around here. Having such big backing would be great and all, but are you sure they'd want to help?
No need to worry about that. From what I know, they share my sense of chivalry. Once they have read the carefully reasoned and passionately argued case I put forth in this letter, Gentry Moutsai must be taught a lesson he will never Also, I do not wish for anyone else to know of my...
Why not? You're only doing this to try and help Chang the Ninth, right?
Just silently disappear at the matter's conclusion, concealing one's name and each droplet of kindness I receive.
That sounds very lovely.
Thank you in advance for delivering this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Hey!
Oh my god, there's just more errands. That's all this is. Just errand. Oh my god, I'm tired of errands.
A letter? Oh, I see. Oh, don't mind me.
Can we actually read?
Yes, the script is inimitable by the uninitiated. Honored guests, you must both beware. Please rest assured that the matter... Please take a seat here and...
Yay! Tasty snap!
Of course. We treat visitors with... Please, this way.
And Paimon thought we'd get kicked out, or turned away at the door. Paimon didn't think Guhua Geek had so much clout.
Thank you for your patience. With the amount of wealth and power Gentry Moutsai has, it will take more than a slap on the wrist to get through to him. For him to correct the error of his ways, he must feel for himself the same suffering he has inflicted on Chang the Ninth. Since Gentry Moutsai's business has to do with core lapis, we simply need to buy up all the stock there is in Liyue. That will put him in a rather sticky situation. Deprived of the necessary raw materials, even the best craftsperson in Teyvat would be unable to make their product.
Great idea! That'll be sure to mess things up between him and the Fatui. But Liyue is huge. Is it really possible to buy up every last bit of core lapis in the harbor?
With the timescale we are on, it is indeed a challenge. Hence, as stated in the letter, we must ask for your further cooperation in the matter. First, there are a number of vendors in the city you will need to buy from. I've marked their respective locations on them. There is also some unsold. Finally, there is Chang the Ninth's batch.
Alrighty, so 3 sellers in the city, another one at the chasm, and then Chang the Ninth. Roger that!
Another errand shit. I'm gonna kill this game.
Of course, we are not expecting you to cover the costs.
Wow, so many Mora!
Well, this is not the first time we've had to do something like this. It's just par for the course now. All you need to do is strike a deal. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will handle... Once you have purchased all the core lapis, please proceed to the Feiyun Commerce Guild's warehouse, where you can see the rest of the plan unfold.
Gotta hand it to Guhua Geek. This is some seriously solid work for a guy who lives in a fantasy world. Let's...
I might call it. I'm actually gonna call it. I'm getting to the point where I'm getting tired.
Enjoy your meal.
I'm not even eating. I didn't come here to eat. The fuck is the exit? Oh my god, where's the exit? Oh. I'm fucking done. I'm so tired. Sleep time. Got so many side quests. That is funny. Quiet, I'm gonna do this, do that, do this, and do that. The fuck are you? What the fuck are you? You ugly. Lift is coming for you. Come on, Papa. You know what? Fuck the elevator. Take too long. Fuck elevator. I just heard that. Fuck off the elevator. I'd rather just do the long way. See? So much faster. Fuck elevator. Funny thing is, I get teleported, which is even better.
Miss Chiori?
Your talk with the investor sure went fast. The Aquabus hasn't even arrived yet. Oh? And who are they?
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise! We've heard the owner of Chioriya Boutique is a skilled seamstress, so it's a real pleasure to finally meet you in person.
Why, thank you.
More
So tell me,
talking.
what happened? I can tell the conversation didn't go quite as expected.
Well, it's like this.
Huh?
Ugh.
I know, Chiori, you don't have to say it. You did remind me that this investor was a little bit sketchy.
Yes, there's no doubt about that.
But how could I pass it up? He offered me twice as much as the others.
And therein lies the problem.
Yes, but just put yourself in my shoes. After obtaining such an excellent script, it's only natural that I would want to make the most of the film. The budgets that the others had proposed were nowhere near enough. It's difficult to find someone willing to front such a large amount of mora, so...
Don't be sad, Xavier. We might be able to help scrounge up some more together for you.
Oh, thank you, Paimon. That means a lot to me. But the cost of the film is staggering. I'm afraid that any mora we can scrounge together in a short amount of time won't even be able to cover the act.
We need to move on. What's happened has already happened, and there...
What? You're saying that you have a plan?
No, that's not what I mean. I'm simply saying I wouldn't give up just yet. The actors I recommended aren't just after Mora after all.
Oh, hello.
Really? Then where do you live?
We Malazines Just live in Mercy
Why do
Village.
these
The
little
only way to
things
enter is from
are
underwater.
so adorable?
Oh, you must be pretty tired after work every day, right? I mean, you have to swim all that way just to go home.
You're so thoughtful. But some Melusines choose to live in the Court of Fontaine because it's so much more convenient.
Look at the little face.
This is our stop.
Oh, we've arrived. But I haven't even finished chatting with Aval yet.
Eva's so adorable.
I also enjoyed Aval's introductions to Fontaine
Aval.
along the way. Everything you described was so clear and detailed that we can't help but want to hear more.
Thank you so much. I'm usually working here on this aqua bus, so I hope I'll have the chance to see you again. There are still many more places I'd like to introduce to you.
Oh my god, it's so adorable. Everyone just squished up in her face.
Welcome to the Court of Fontaine. Chiori, you sure have changed a lot. This is the first time we've seen you since you left Inazuma. I haven't realized it's been so long. I was in such a rush when I left that I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Thank you for extending the invitation, Mr. Xavier. I'm looking forward to a fruitful trip here in Fontaine.
Ah, it's an honor to have the head of the Kamisato clan visit us.
So they're who you meant when you said you had actors coming from Inazuma?
Oh? It's the Traveler and Paimon.
Wow, what a coincidence! Ayaka and I were just talking about you on the way here. Are you also here for the film?
We just ran into Xavier earlier and came over with him.
It's like
I'm not an actress.
Oh my
Sir
god.
Kamisato and Lady Ayaka are the real
Probably
actors
one
here.
said it, like, it's always
About that, I mean, how was I supposed to
around.
contact you when I was making preparations for the film? I figured you were probably busy, so I could only keep you in the back of my mind while I sought other actors to play the lead roles in the film.
I had been thinking about a surprise reunion with you during our trip here, but you still managed to surprise me first.
Oh, so you all know each other already! My, what a coincidence! What are the chances everyone could be brought together? Why don't we go to Hotel de Boer and catch up over a meal? I've already made a
You dumb
reservation.
fucker. If you had these guys as the directors in the first place, why didn't you just hire them, you dumb fuck?
Huh? Did you reserve 2 spots for us too?
Yes, of course, of course. I'll be sure to tell the boss to serve a few more delicious dishes just to make sure there'll be enough food.
Very well. Then please, kindly lead the way, Mr. Xavier.
Watch is gonna say a lot of Mora. Can you some spare some? Fuck it, just take it. I don't care. This is like the other two that can just appear more out of thin air,
Wow.
even though you can't.
Buildings in
use them.
Fontaine are so tall. Just look at how big they are.
And there's the fountain that Aval mentioned earlier. It really is a magnificent sight.
What have a bad feeling that thing breaks?
And look at that huge spinning sphere. Where does it get its power? Wait a sec. Could it be one of those clockwork mecha we've heard so much about?
Here's a real question: can I break it? Yeah. Of course not. Really? Really? All the way over there? I'm not gonna. I can make it. Yeah. Move out of my way, you fucking old person. You out of my way, you filthy animal. Move my way.
So this is what food from Fontaine is like. It sure is different from what we have in Inazuma. How should I describe it? It seems like you have to go through a lot more steps to make them. And the flavor has many layers too.
Ah, yes. When I first went to Inazuma, I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland. It took some time for me to get used to it.
Let's get back to the purpose of this trip for a moment, shall we?
Well, I've already assembled most of the film crew. A lighting specialist, a prop manager, and a costume designer. I've also bought the copyrights from the novel's author.
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right? I read the script you sent me on the way here. The story is pretty good.
Originally, I was planning to start filming as soon as Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka arrived in Fontaine, but I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem.
Oh? What is it?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble and will be unable to release to me the amount of funding agreed upon.
It's said that Fontaine's legal system is well developed. If he has violated the contract, then can't you simply take him to court over the matter?
Ah, well, I'm still more concerned about filming. Even if I were to take him to court, I'm afraid it would take months before the case could even be heard.
Then, is there a way we could raise funds ourselves to solve the problem?
I've considered that option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult to gather such a large amount of mora on such short notice. Besides, we have to consider the film festival's submission deadline.
Mr. Xavier, if Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are currently facing?
What? No, out of the question. To have you come all this way just to act for free? Oh, no, that won't do.
There's no need to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for free after receiving your invitation. Inazuma has only recently reopened its borders, and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations. We didn't have many collaboration projects with Fontaine in the past.
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the Yashiro Commission agreed to come to Fontaine.
That's what you should do.
I understand, but having you two act for free just doesn't seem right.
Not at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts, we must express our sincerity if we want to establish formal cultural ties with your nation. This film will serve as proof of friendly cooperation and cultural exchange between Inazuma and Fontaine. It's my hope that the film can be finished and released as smoothly as possible. If you still don't feel comfortable with this arrangement, I would also be more than happy to be introduced to some other renowned individuals in Fontaine's literary and artistic circles.
All right. I'll do as you say. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to cobble together enough mora now, even if it means selling my house, my camera, and every single family heirloom.
Come on now, no need to go that far. I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor.
Oh my god.
Me too. Even though I didn't bring much more to spend on this trip, it's still better than nothing.
You are too kind, all of you.
Mora, which
I really don't know how to.
Insane, but I just keep spending my Mora on random shit.
Ew. Alright, so, instead...
Oh, but...
Alright, pull yourself together.
All right. I originally wanted...
Paimon knows what the director and the legit...
The clapper loader is responsible for using the
clapperboard?
Yes, that's right. Are you interested in that job?
For sure! Paimon's
What the hell's
always
a
wanted to
clapper
be my
loader?
dad.
Alright, then you'll be our clapper loader. I
What
can
is a
find someone
clapper
from the
loader?
store
Is it
to
a
help
gun?
logistics.
That sounds
What
like
do
a
you think,
gun.
Xavier?
I don't want to think about the other version.
Oh, fine by me. As for our camera operator, I was thinking of letting the Traveler take the role.
Wait.
Oh, she's great when it comes to using a camera. Paimon can't even count how many things we've taken photos of during our journey.
Wait, does it...
Yes, that's also what I was thinking. I noticed the Traveler had an
Does the
eye
game
for
count how many
photography and
things I've-
composition when we worked together previously.
That's interesting. It doesn't...
I'm sure that's due to the traveler's journey across Teyvat and all the places they've seen. After so many adventures, Using a camera must be second nature by now.
What do you say, Traveler? Are you interested in the job? Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
So all that's left for us to find is a director and an assistant.
What the fuck is a copper loader?
Me.
All right, then all we need is a director.
Farina helped out at the end.
Do you really?
Isn't that the name of Fontaine's Hydro Archon?
That makes more sense.
Well,
I saw that article. Don't let her former identity intimidate you. She's the best candidate we can think of right now. You'll never know until you give her a shot.
Fine. You're right, Shiori. I'll do anything for the sake of my film. Anything! Then I'll have to ask the Traveler and Paimon to show me the way to Lady Farina's residence.
Do you need us to also come along?
No, there's no need to trouble you with this. Besides, you've just arrived in Fontaine, and I'm sure there are many places you would like to visit. Just leave this task to me. It's part of my duties as the producer.
Very well. Then we'll be waiting to hear the good news.
I'll go with you. By the way, you might want to consider bringing a gift.
And don't worry, we won't simply drop you off at Farina's place. We know Farina pretty well by now, so having some familiar faces there should help your chances. But
All right, then I'll start making preparations.
Why do you
As
have
for
to have
the
a gift?
A gift for someone who was once seen as the Hydro Archon.
I recall that Lady Farina once fancied a clockwork ring, so perhaps I should get another exquisite clockwork contraption for—
Huh? Can't we just bring some desserts, like the Fontinalia mousse?
but wouldn't that be a little too cheap?
Isn't the Fontinalia festival happening right now? I heard Abel tell us on the Aquabus that Farina introduced the tradition of going door to door and asking for sweets. To do something like that, she must have a real sweet tooth.
I agree with Yoimiya.
Alright then, let's go buy some Fontinalia mousse.
But will that really be enough? We'll be asking her to do a lot of work, you know.
You're right. We need to further sweeten the deal.
Huh? You want something even sweeter than font?
Yes, we'll need a gift that's sweeter than any dessert in the world.
Come.
Your words of praise.
The fuck is the cooker?
Looking forward to the good...
Whoa! Hello there. What the hell is this? Well, this is interesting. Oh, I see. What's the thing really I want though? It's eventually. Hey, at least you're not just sitting there hammering like non-stop. This is what I forge. Oh, I can't forge here? That's bullshit.
This machine.
Fine. It's a bookstore.
Right here! This is where Farina lives.
Okay, I'll go knock on the door.
Coming. Seriously, who's knocking before afternoon tea?
Huh? Who
Oh,
are you?
hello. Oh, hello, Freya.
Lady Farina,
Right,
please
Freya
allow me to
Vanilla.
introduce...
Hello. Oh, is that the traveler in Paimon I see behind you? And who's this? I'm Chiori. Ah, the one from Chioria Boutique. Hello, hello. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something?
Did you just get up, Farina? It's already past noon, you know. Huh? Oh, Paimon means the weather is so nice in the afternoon and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea.
I'm gonna kill this kid.
No. I was just up late last night reading some novels. What does sleeping in have to do with the weather?
This is a small gift we've prepared for you, Lady Farina. We hope you like it.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a regular person like everyone else now. Oh, is this Fontinalia mousse? It's one of my favorites.
That's great! So, actually, there's something we need your help with. Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama, I would like to ask that you serve as the director of our film crew.
Oh, but didn't you just say that you're a director?
Yes, but for this particular project, I'm mainly working as a producer. Besides, I'm sure that your understanding of the performing arts far surpasses my own, Lady Farina.
Are the Traveler and Paimon also part of the film crew?
Yep, we sure are. Paimon's the clapper loader and she's the camera operator.
Where's the clapper loader? I gotta look this shit up now. Secondary camera. Assist camera. This is 2D AC. Oh, okay. You do not want to know what I was thinking in my
Camera
head.
operator. That can be a pretty technical job, and it directly affects the final quality of the film. Are you really up to it? No, I'm not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before.
Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler and see for yourself. If she can satisfy you with her camera skills, then you'd have nothing to worry about and can just...
You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, Paimon. Oh, I do wish to see how skilled the Traveler really is with a camera. Alright, how about this? We'll work with what we have.
I'll give you some scenarios and see if your work is very good. It's essential for the camera operator to understand the director's vision. Are you ready? I have high standards, you know. Okay, grab the camera and I'll give you...
Oh god. Hey, it's like editing. Even though I hate editing. Wait, huh? Wait, is it the same shit? It's definitely it is definitely editing. Thanks for the machine. Okay. Wait, what? Link to the machine owner of the man can come and enjoy work. Okay, that could be that. So what is this? But why not for the weapon? But workshops are... Wait. Enjoy... Wait. Enjoy an edge? What? Wait. But why not for a weapon? Standing quality with... Oh, isn't it this? If weapons are what you want, look no farther than... I think it's this one. Resume? Wait, did I get something wrong? Shoot. Wait. Is that correct?
Let me be honest. Do you really think you have what it takes to shoot a film? You put no thought into finding a good camera angle, and the characters weren't even in the shots. As for the original intent of the characters' lines, did you leave them somewhere in the vicinity of Elton? I mean, I guess you could be trying to pursue your definition of the avant-garde.
Yeah! Does that mean you agree to be our director for...
Did you think I would agree just like that? After our performance of the Little Oceanid, I've begun to make a name for myself again, you know. In fact, I've already had several troops approach me for the Fontanalia Film Festival. If others were to find out I agreed to work with you so easily, then, well...
Hey, but didn't we have a deal? What else do we need to do to convince you, Farina?
Well, what about the pay?
Huh?
You know, how much you're willing to pay me to be the director? The pay...
Well, I can offer you this much?
What? That's all? If Nervulat were to hear of this, he could charge you with underpaying your labor.
I'm sorry, but our crew is in a tight financial spot at the moment.
I see.
Oops.
Well, even though it's highly unlikely now that I'll join your crew, there's still something I'd like to ask.
Our script is an adaptation of The Two Musketeers.
Huh? Wait, you mean the suspense thriller novel that was a #1 bestseller?
Oh, so Farina's read it too.
Of course I read it. I've always had a keen interest in artistic works that strike a chord with the populace. I see. It all makes sense now. You must have used most of the budget to pay for the copyright.
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film adaptation of the story. The lack of budget is due to another issue.
He probably just wants to get his name out there. So, Mora isn't the most important thing to him right now. It reminds me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Teyvat. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either. The exposure she provides for my brand is well worth it.
So, are you a big fan of this story, Farina?
Well, it's alright. The pacing of the story is good, but the character relationships could use some work. When I was reading it before, I always felt like some things were left on a rather unsatisfactory note. I have high standards, you know. Ahem, Mr. Xavier, if, hypothetically speaking, I agree to be the director, how much freedom would I have in terms of script revisions and creative interpretation?
Oh, as much freedom as you would need. I wouldn't dare doubt the tastes of Fontaine's greatest star.
Good. Then I'm free to alter the script as I see fit?
Absolutely, no problem.
All right. It seems that your crew really can't go on without my care and direction.
No, shut the fuck up.
So, you agree?
Yes,
There's
I
some
agree.
things I like about her, but
Although the
when she
pay
says
is
that,
well below what someone of my caliber deserves. A great script calls for a great director. I mustn't let a perfectly good story be ruined due to lack of funds. If you...
Oh, Hydro Archon above! I'm not dreaming, am I?
There's no more Hydro Archon, you know. And it's still a little early to celebrate. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film. Although the trickiest tasks of finalizing the script and by the way, since we'll be filming The Two Musketeers, we'll need to find an action choreographer.
Yes, I've thought about this as well. I was hoping that you might know someone who could handle the job.
Me? If this was before, I could have simply asked Florand. But it's already been some time since I last talked to her. Navia can also use firearms, but unfortunately, her style is quite different from that.
Could we ask the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Oh, you mean the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
Yes, that's right. They work with muskets every day.
They would be under Nervilette's jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I, don't have any connection with them at all. So, in the end, we still have to start by talking to Nervilette.
No need to go to all that trouble. I know their Captain Chevres.
Oh, you do? Wait, Chiari, how do you know the captain of the Special
No particular reason. Running a business means dealing with some trouble from time to time, and she's helped me out on a few occasions. In return, I've helped her handle a few situations in which the Special Patrol couldn't get involved directly. So, we've gotten to know each other over time.
So you're saying there's been times when the Special Patrol needed a fashion designer to handle a situation? Your work is becoming more and more mysterious.
It'd be best to keep it that way. Anyway, enough about that. What do you all think about asking the captain to be—
She sounds professional enough. She is a captain, after all.
But I imagine the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol must be busy with their duties.
Well, it just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after Mora. As for whether she has time, I'll have to go and ask her first.
Then I'll leave that to you. Macaroni's on sale today, so I've got to go. You can just tell me how things went when we
Macaroni.
discuss tomorrow's plan later.
No problem.
Macaroni.
Having Farina join feels like a big boost to our team.
Of course. Just wait until the day of our premiere. You'll witness the true power of my name in these lands. You'll be so glad I agreed to help. I can guarantee that even the standing tickets will be sold out. I'll be sure to ask some people I know to see if they'd be willing to act as extras.
Seems like you're finally getting more comfortable with your own reputation.
I didn't ask for the Clapper Loaders commentary, Paimon.
Yes! Victory! So someone else doesn't like her.
Then let's get going. I happen to know where Chevreuse is today.
By the way, I'm curious. If my pay is so low, then what about our two lead actors? Didn't they travel here all the way from Inazuma?
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as part of a cultural exchange, so they didn't ask for any pay.
What? So is every person in Teyvat who doesn't want money gathered here to shoot this film? Don't tell me Chiori isn't being paid either.
I already knew Xavier from before, and he's also agreed to give my brand some good exposure.
It seems the gods have really smiled upon you, Xavier. And that certainly doesn't include me, mind you. Besides the macaroni, I should also pick up some tomato sauce.
I wasn't trying to talk to you, I was actually trying to...
Ad Astra Abyss.
Do you just have clones everywhere? Or is it like Ash Ketchum and the one that takes care of the stupid I actually can't talk think right now. The one that takes care of the Pokemon Center, where the fuck that is. Is there an episode of that?
Huh? Isn't that Charlotte? Who's her friend, and what are they chatting about?
Be pleased with the cherry on top, Charlotte! Journalist extraordinaire! Please tell me you're joking. I read that a gang of criminals tricked the Gardamex by disguising themselves as blood. I've invested all my savings into Graph Adversarial. I'm begging you like the beggiest.
What the
I
fuck?
need you to calm down a little, Miss Lapine, Pauline. I admire your passion for your research, and I don't mean to dash your hopes, but I'm afraid I'm not joking.
It sounds like they're just discussing a story, but why does...
Funnily enough, I actually remember being in a meeting where the editing team was debating the potential risk of misleading the public with this story. They even went to Maison Gardiennage for it, but to our surprise, they fully supported us printing it. They figured that the false intel would be a great way to dupe potential criminals into wearing ridiculous costumes when In truth, Gardamex are extremely sophisticated in their capabilities. They can identify criminals just as reliably as the best human guards, so a crude disguise isn't gonna get you far. Since we ran that story, the Maison Gardiennage has made a slew of arrests, including, one phantom blubberbeast, a titanic red-crowned finch, and a Spectre Man. So I knew this story had helped out law enforcement, But this is the first time I'm learning of an innocent citizen being deceived by it. And investing so much Mora for nothing.
Uh-oh. She really sounds like she's in... Hey, Charlotte!
Traveler, Paimon, it's you! I was in the area taking some photos for a story when I got to talking to Miss Lapine Pauline about... She read an article in the Steambird about a criminal who evaded Gardamek detection by disguising themselves as a blubber beast. Inspired by this story, she spent a lot of Mora researching counter-criminal image recognition technology. Her aim was to improve Fontaine's public security by developing a device that could enhance Gardamek's target recognition capabilities. She was hoping I could write an article to spread awareness about image recognition technology. She even paid me for the article and gave me one of her prototype devices before I could get a word in. But unfortunately, it was just a fictional story, and her efforts and aspirations were all in vain. I tried to let her down gently, but she's finding it all very hard to accept.
This is a new situation for us, too. It's such a pity. It seems like the author was only trying to make the story interesting, and the Maison Gardiennage only had Fontaine's...
Wait, Miss Lapine Pauline, what are you doing?
I'm gonna pick a fight with a Gardamek, head to the op that way. I won't have to repay my debts. It's...
Whoa, there's no need to go that far. I mean, actually, instead of going into the technicalities of that, how much did you actually invest?
270,000 Mora.
Okay, well, escaping to the Fortress of Meripede over a sum like that seems like a last resort. Surely there must be other options.
Not anymore. I used to be an equipment supplier to the Fontaine Research Institute before that blew to pieces, and now I'm just a small-time engineer. I scraped together some savings over the past few years, but I put every last Mora into this project. And it's not just my savings that are gone. It's my whole future as a graph adversarial technology specialist and my dreams of becoming a billionaire one day. My life is over.
Don't despair, Miss Lapine Pauline. I think I know a way for you to turn this around. This prototype you've given me, the camera lens for image recognition sample collection. It's really quite something. You said you designed it specifically for high-fidelity image capture and analysis, yes? The rapid focal length adjustment is a very useful function in its own right. It's sure to make many journalists' jobs much easier. In fact, I'd say it has the potential to revolutionize Fontaine's news media. So your research efforts thus far are by no means in vain. The technology you've developed may have many applications that you've never even considered.
Really?
Absolutely. I've been working as a journalist for the Steambird for a long time now. So keep calm, take heart, and start thinking about mass production. In the meantime, I'll show your invention to all my colleagues to drum up interest in your product.
I can't believe it! If this is true, then I can look into setting up a whole camera lens development. Oh, maybe I should consider taking out another loan. That way, I can rapidly improve the lens production process, be the first to...
Come on! Stop daydreaming about your pipelines for a minute. Just take it one step at a time and see how...
And I can probably speak to some people I know and license my image recognition device to a workshop to race... There's no time to lose. I need to get to work. Early bird gets the worm.
Actually, the worm is the one that comes out first.
Can you believe her? She just ran off. Paimon's pretty sure our advice went in one ear and out the other.
It's understandable. When inspiration and passion strike at the same time, it's all too easy to throw yourself headfirst into your work and forget about everyone around you. But don't you worry. I'm gonna write an article on all this, and I'll be checking in on her regularly. Her research has the potential to benefit the entire journalistic community. I'll give her plenty of input to stop her from going down any rabbit holes, and make sure mass production of her lens can begin as soon as possible.
It's reassuring to know that you'll be looking out for her, Chef.
Actually, you know what? Why don't you two take this prototype lens? It takes the right person to get the most out of a new
Oh, look at a nice lens. Ooh.
What a nice surprise!
You're welcome. I got something out of this too. The beginnings of a very interesting news story. The boundaries between real news reports and news-like fiction must not be blurred. Yes, that's how I'll phrase it to the editors when I give them my feedback. Let's hope we don't mislead any more well-meaning citizens in the future.
Shiny new lens. I don't know what the fuck to do with it. I don't care. I just get a shiny new toy. Actually, I was gonna go over here for something in the process. What do I wear? Wait, what? Was this the minigame that I never actually got to play? The fuck? I didn't mean it. I did not mean shoot. Like 10 minutes and 10. Okay. I did that within short timing, even with a shitty controller. Headshot, boom. Headshot, boom. Wait, what? that's disappointing. I mean, it was fun mini game, but at the same time, it's not. I play there's another game I play on a daily basis where I shoot things for a daily basis. If I didn't have a shitty controller, but that's not the point. Is I'm gonna get all my characters to level 40.
All right. This is...
But where's the captain? There's hardly anyone around here.
She's over there. The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
Oh, her! Paimon could tell there was something different about her. She seems kinda intimidating.
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go fetch her. She's working now, so you might not want to get in her way.
How's she working with you?
But isn't she just standing there and reading a novel?
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Just
Paimon.
trust me.
Oh, alright, let's see what happens then. Shiori sure is a mysterious person. She claims just to be a fashion designer, but she knows all these powerful people.
The court of Fontaine isn't particularly tolerant of visitors from overseas, so it isn't easy for a foreigner to promote their brand here. Even more so in the competitive world of fashion. Even a local like me just trying to make a film has to face all kinds of challenges. So I can only imagine what Shiori has been through to get where she is today. I'm sure that having more connections has definitely worked in her favor.
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
One main character?
No. Multiple. Branching storylines.
I see. How's the plot coming along?
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life. I'd wager he's going to make the wrong choice.
Any way to speed things up? There's something I need your help with.
You know that doesn't depend on me. It all comes down to what the character chooses.
Which is exactly why I'm here to help.
All right. It appears he made the wrong choice in the end.
Halt!
Huh? What's going on?
Hand over whatever you're holding.
Oh, it's just a book. I didn't buy anything else.
Then I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me, officer. I don't mind you standing around here, not purchasing anything, but I'd prefer if you didn't disturb my customers. It's bad for business, you know?
Don't give me that act. You won't be able to get off so easily either. I am Chevraz, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. I will say this one last time. Hand over whatever you're holding at once. And before you do anything unwise, let me remind you that I'll have you on the ground before you can even think about making a run for it.
All right. I'll give it to you. But please let me say something first. If there's any contraband in that book, then the shopkeeper here is the one who slipped it in. I don't have anything to do with this.
Why, you trying to leave me on the hook, huh? You were the one who said you wanted it.
Save it for the interrogation room. Take them away, Letelier.
What's going on here? One second you're reading a book and the next you're escorting people away.
And who are... Oh! Aren't you the traveler who's been all over the papers recently? Chiori, I'm assuming what you wanted to ask me about has to do with them, right? Maybe I can let you in on what's happening then. Now that Vacher has been brought to justice, no new shipments of synth will be made and distributed to sellers. The Fontaine guards have been busy collecting the remaining synths still circulating on the market. Thanks to a tip from our reliable source here, this should be the very last batch.
Oh, so you were pretending to read a book in order to catch the bad guys. Oh, Paimon almost forgot to introduce ourselves. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler and Xavier.
Hey, I'm Chevraz. You probably already heard me introduce myself, so I won't bother repeating it.
That's funny.
Yeah, why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance? Were you worried that my intel wasn't accurate?
No, I wanted to see if the shopkeeper would turn himself in first. All he had to do was come up to me and say that he didn't know where the synth had come from. If he did that, then I wouldn't have had to press charges on him.
He had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevraz. But instead, the moment I came up and blocked Chevraz's line of sight, he took the opportunity to sell it off.
Yep, he made the wrong choice, even though the right choice was right there in front of him.
But you knew they wouldn't make the right choice.
Yeah, I knew. I was just hoping I'd be wrong for once. Enough about that, though. What did you want to ask me about?
Well, it's not my thing.
Oh, you see, it's like this.
Not even gonna go into it.
The Two Musketeers. You certainly have a good eye for a story. So what do you need me to do? Just be the action choreographer for the actors?
No, you need to shoot
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure we get all the details right. I want the actor's posture and understanding of firearms to be as realistic as possible. However, I'm afraid this work will require a bit of your time, since you'll have to be present whenever we're filming. Also, as for the pay...
No need to say any more. I'll join.
Huh? Just like that. What Bullchecker is really saying is, if wanna fight the Oni King, you have to go through Sky Cleaving White Iron Lavender Melon first.
Really? You're willing to help us with our humble film project?
Sure, it's no big deal. As I said, we've wrapped up our investigation here, so I don't have any other tasks on my plate for the moment.
I'll be back.
Besides, I personally really like this novel. I even have the collector's edition at home. Stories where justice prevails over evil never get old for me.
Then we've got a deal?
Yes, I'll see you on set tomorrow.
Oh my! I can hardly believe it!
Calm down, Xavier. The film is going to take more than just a day to finish. Still, I should also head back now and start preparing the actors' costumes and makeup.
Alright, guess that's it for today.
Traveler, Paimon, please stay for a moment.
Then I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. Yep, see you tomorrow.
Alright, I need to end this soon. I'm getting to a point now, I'm too tired.
So what did you want to tell us, Chef?
Have you read The Two Musketeers? The story is about a pair of children born into the household of a baron, and their struggle. They were raised at the one day. However, many years later, the baron believed, but it was actually they used all of their.
That's quite an exhilarating.
Yep, the baron got what he deserved for his evil deeds, and just.
Oh, so is that why
you could say it was one of the.
Oh.
I've read the reports about you. Whether it was at the trials or when you lent your hand to resolve our nation's crisis. You've shown that you've got a strong sense of justice, as well as a great mind for deductions. Yes, you're as sharp as I expected. It seems you've experienced many similar situations before. There's been a recent murder case involving muskets. The perpetrator's methods appear to be very similar to what is described in the novel.
Huh? Really?
The Marechaussee Phantom hasn't yet released any information to the public, because the investigation is currently at a standstill.
A murder involving firearms?
Impossible. However...
Huh?
I hope you all can go back. I'm aware this might not be the ideal. Carrying out I don't want people...
You mean...
I suspect so. Just to make myself clear, this is not an order, nor is it a if you two have any interest in the case...
What do you think, Travel? Yeah, you're right.
You'd better head back and get some rest. Otherwise, when the moment comes...
What are you buying? Where the fuck is your point of your shop? Ow. Oh, I see. Wait, 6 days. Wait, do I have to do time? God damn it, I do.
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Yeah, and how about you, Ayaka?
I'm gonna start falling asleep and just
After
pushing
we
A
split up,
manually at this
I was
point.
originally thinking of going with him, so I rode the aqua bus with Yoimiya and visited the...
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what we saw there. 2 mechanical puppets that were dancing together.
Oh, I know about
those
that
two.
one. I thought those
Amazing,
two.
aren't they?
We sat and watched for quite a while. It was mesmerizing. Like we could keep watching them forever.
Oh, it was the same for us the first time we saw them too.
Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach. Well, diving to be exact. It was the first time I ever breathed underwater. I held Ayaka's hand and we counted down together. 3, 2, 1, and then splash! We were beneath the waves.
Something in that water makes it weird for us to breathe. It's not even water. I think it's just air particles. That's water.
At first, I didn't dare to open my mouth. But once I couldn't hold my breath any longer, I decided to take a big breath in. Turns out the water wasn't as salty as I imagined. It didn't really taste like anything at all. Before I knew it, I was breathing like normal down there. It was an amazing feeling. Ayaka said I was too nervous and needed to loosen my grip. She got used to everything way faster than I did.
I knew that the Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped me feel at ease as soon as we dove in. The underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful. I love seeing the Romaritime flowers blossoming underwater, like little candles lighting up the streets at night.
Yeah, and there were so many creatures that we've never seen in Inazuma. Like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoosh! Oh, and those big fish that call when they see people.
Oh, you mean Hunter's Rays and Blubber Beasts.
I just love the name Blubber Beast. Just wait till Pops and the others hear about this. They probably won't believe a word I say.
My phone went off.
Yoimiya was down there for quite a while. It was dark before we finally rode the aquabus back to the city. I figured she'd want to sleep in today.
Yeah, even I was worried I wouldn't be able to get up. I still felt like I was drifting in the waves when I went to sleep last night. But as soon as I woke up today, I remembered that we'd all be shooting a film together, and I was ready to go.
Speaking of the film, where's everybody else?
My brother and Xavier were speaking to the restaurant owner about using the place as a filming location. They should be here soon. As for the others,
We're here. Please excuse my tardiness. I just finished the Special Patrol's 6-mile morning jog.
Wait, 6 miles?
I'm so tired. I heard you all chatting, so I decided to come down. I sure could use some of that endless energy everyone else has.
good morning, everyone.
Morning. Can someone fetch me a cup of coffee? More milk, hold the sugar.
Sure, I'd be happy to do that for you.
No, you can't go anywhere. Please, have a seat over here so I can get started on your makeup. The last thing I want is coffee stains on my costumes.
I can get the coffee. It's the perfect job for an assistant.
Floor.
So much energy. Seriously, what's her secret?
Oh, Yoimiya's always like that. But you sure look exhausted, Farina. It's because you're not used to waking up so early, huh?
Of course not. I spent the whole night reading the novel from cover to cover, marking sections that either need to be omitted or adapted.
Wow, Paimon didn't expect you to be so thorough.
Well, I was the biggest star in all of Fontaine after all. It takes more than just a pretty face to earn a reputation like that. I know how to get serious when the situation calls for it. I went all out when I was acting as an Archon, so why wouldn't I do the same for my own life?
Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
Oh,
I'm
thank
laughing
you.
too much.
the sound of being called director and the aroma of coffee. Feels almost as refreshing as hearing the birds chirping in the morning.
Ah, it seems everyone has managed to arrive on time.
We've reached an agreement with the restaurant owner. We are free to use the second floor to shoot our film.
Really? That's great!
He is really looking forward to our film, and hopes that providing his restaurant as a filming location will attract more customers. Well then, Mr. Xavier, I'll leave the rest to you.
Okay, thanks. First, I'd like to introduce our new members. This is our prop manager, Veronique. She'll be in charge of all the film's props and items. And this is Bonneau, our lighting technician. He'll be in charge of lighting and illumination to set up each scene's atmosphere.
Wow. Sure feels like we have some real professionals joining the crew now.
First of all, please allow me to first express my sincerest gratitude to everyone in the crew. When my investor informed me yesterday that he wouldn't be able to provide the funds, I really thought that this was the nail in the coffin for this film. I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to help me on such short notice. Thank you. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
Until
No need to be so cordial, Mr. Xavier. We're all honored to be a part of this.
So people
Your works made a
don't
profound
finish
impression
everything
on
in
me
one
when I
go.
saw them back in Inazuma. I am sure that someday, this film will be remembered as a prime example of cultural exchange between Fontaine and Inazuma.
Yes, the story is the reason I agreed to join. I can't bear to even imagine what this film would look like without the very best director.
Anyway, I would like to make a promise to everyone that as the producer of this film, I'll do whatever I can to ensure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. This is not just my film. It also embodies the thoughts and feelings of every person here, as well as the endless effort we are about to pour into it. So, without further ado, the Two Musketeers will officially begin filming now! You may take it from here, Director Farina.
All right, listen up, everyone. The first scene takes place when the two young musketeers are living at the Baron's home, still unaware of all that is about to happen to them. We'll need props and lighting to set the scene. Our lead actors can go get their makeup done, and extras, please take this time to go over your positions.
Whoa. Seems Farina's really kicking things into gear as the director.
Is everyone clear? I don't want anyone traipsing around the set like umbrella finches. All right, cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine. Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean, the good kind of waves.
Seems like she's still a bit traumatized by that. Anyway, let's go see if there's anything we can do to help.
Oh my gosh, no, I don't want to. I really don't want to help. Can they just do it without me? Is that even a possibility? I'm just gonna let my character roam around for a second. Yeah, just going straight into a wall. I'm trying to make up my bed so I can get some sleep tonight. Even though technically it's almost morning. relax. I'm gonna be getting off soon after I finish this. I'm so tired. Yeah.
Ayaka has mentioned you to me before. She said that you two were great friends when you were kids.
No talking. I'm thinking about how to do your eyeshadow.
Ah, yes. To help me really look the part.
To achieve a more young and naive look for this scene.
You're saying the wrinkles around my eyes are too deep.
You just have too much of a calculating look in your eyes.
You sure don't mince your words. It seems you really haven't changed much.
Quiet.
It's like sister and brother. Fucking arguing at each other.
How about here?
A little more to the left.
You got it.
Hey, Yoimiya, do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine. You know, doing the lighting is kind of like designing a fireworks show. It's interesting to imagine what kind of atmosphere the lights will create. I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon will be the clapper loader, right? Those roles are just perfect for the two of you.
Really? Is that because it'll be easy for Paimon to hold the clapperboard while flying?
Well, sure, there's that, but that's not exactly what I meant. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how to work with each other. If I'm not mistaken, the director will want the cameras rolling as soon as the clapperboard goes clack. Oh, I see. It's amazing to see the magic behind filmmaking.
Oh, this is so...
Yoimiya, we need lights over there too.
Oh, on it! I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later. Oh, it's exciting to see so many people.
Seems like Yoimiya's really getting into it. But she was right. We do have a super close bond, don't we?
No. You're my food support. Life support.
Paimon's really happy to hear that.
So, this is a real musket?
No, it's just a prop weapon.
Not bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportions I saw in reference images. When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle, which will help create the flash and smoke effects of a real gun being fired.
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right. The sound effects for gunshots will also be added in post-production.
Thank you, Veronique. I think I know where to start now. However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them appear more realistic. Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start shooting. That'll give the impression that the firearms have been well maintained.
Good point.
You seem to know a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of firearms on a regular basis?
Yes, I perform routine maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like we as people need to eat and sleep, muskets need to be cleaned and maintained.
I also perform similar care for my sword every day, and familiarize myself with its shape and weight, to the point where it feels like a natural extension of my body.
Yes, this way, our weapons will never betray us in the heat of battle.
Yes, well said. It seems we have the same philosophy on this topic.
Oh, sounds like they found a common interest to talk about.
Though these props differ from the muskets I use, I can still give you some pointers.
Good. I look forward to your instruction.
First and foremost, never point the weapon at anyone, regardless of whether it's a real or prop weapon, or whether you're holding it or it's on the table. This holds for any time when you're not actively engaging an enemy.
Okay, understood.
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use your eye to look down the weapon's sights.
Like this?
No.
Not bad. Now, try saying your lines.
This is the end of the road for you.
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to work with. And relax your shoulders. Here, allow me to demonstrate. This is the end of the road for you.
Huh. Excuse me, Miss Chiori. Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes, much better.
What do you think?
I do see your point. But are you sure you wish to do this?
I believe it would be most fitting.
Well, if you insist. All right, I understand. Miss Ayaka, Miss Chevres, could the two of you please come over here?
Huh? What's going on? Are we gonna start filming now?
Let's go see.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevres. Would you be willing to play the role of a musketeer?
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Chevres.
But brother...
Don't worry, Ayaka. I actually view this as a good thing. I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I would like to have some conversations about the cultural exchange between our two countries, and I've heard that the bureaucratic process here can get rather complicated. Now, I will be able to focus on my work. Besides, you also know that I'm not really one for public performances.
Are you really sure?
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the relationship between the two musketeers in the original story could be improved. The older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character, but this causes his character to overshadow that of his sister, and the theme of the two supporting and relying on each other isn't conveyed very well. But if we were to change the siblings to two sisters of a similar age, then that aspect of the story might come through more clearly. Also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That cold and dignified personality is exactly what we need for the older musketeer.
Of course, even with all these insights, the decision should still be made by Miss Chevres.
Chevres mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets that she'll take the role.
All right, I'll take the role.
Good. It's decided then. We'll also need to make some immediate adjustments to the lighting, props, and costumes. I have a feeling that our adaptation will be even better than the original story.
You're doing a great favor for me, Miss Chevres. You have my gratitude.
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything, I should be the one thanking you.
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea, I suppose there's no need to worry. Let's go, Miss Chevres. I look forward to working with you.
Please, just call me Chevres.
Seems like you're really going out of your way to solve the problem I was having with your makeup.
Surely you jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly motivated by a desire to spend more time on formal business.
Oh, come on. You really think I'd buy that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can juggle 10 different matters at the same time. I'm sure you have other reasons for backing out.
Perhaps. Ayaka always said she wanted to go out and see more of the world, just like the Traveler. But I feel that she needs not only to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends. I think it would be harder for her to make new connections with me constantly by her side. I would like to give her some space.
All right, go on. Spoil her some more.
Ayato, it's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as a musketeer.
No need to poke fun at me. I'd wager that you also felt that I wasn't the best candidate for the role.
It's a little hard for Paimon to imagine you saying those lines.
Yes, I've made an appointment to meet some people from the Palais Mermonia. Now, I will have some more time to prepare.
Traveler, get the camera ready. Paimon, get the clapperboard. Actors, to your positions. We're about to start shooting the first scene.
Go on now.
Clapperboard.
And please take good care of Ayaka.
Swear.
Yep, don't worry.
Thank you.
All right. Now that we're all here, let me help set the scene for everyone. The first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's estate. They've been ostracized and verbally abused by others in the household, but they still have no idea why. We want to... Chevres will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip. Silence on the set! Lights! Camera! Action!
Let's go!
Tulip, Mother's been out for quite a while now.
I bet I maybe have to move something.
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home. You know how she loves flowers.
Iris, Tulip! I'm home!
Mother! You were out for so long, we were beginning to worry about you.
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound. Here, I brought your favorite treat, apple turnovers.
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Zoom in close with my...
Huh? What bruises? Oh, I must have bumped into something while I was working yesterday.
But I didn't notice them this morning.
Then perhaps they're from when I accidentally tripped when I was out just now. By the way, did you have fun playing at home? What's the matter, Iris?
Well, we've realized that
Uh-oh.
no one really wants to play with us.
They even took Iris's doll and spat at us.
And they even called us names. They said we were...
Shh. It's all right. Don't worry. Girls, listen to me. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Don't listen to them. No one can define you with such words. You both have wonderful lives ahead of you. Just like your names. You will both blossom like beautiful flowers. Maybe your time to blossom hasn't quite come yet, but one day, you two will bloom more beautifully than anything else. Don't let the soil you're in now ruin your future beauty. Understand? My dear daughters. And cut! Not bad. The actors' emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take. Also, if our clapper loader could avoid shouting at the start of the scene next time...
What?
Oh, got it.
Great. I was a little worried that my nerves would get the better of me. What about you, Chevres?
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like Farina must have adapted the role nicely.
Shouting?
You two were great.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Positions,
Hi, Mom.
everyone!
Shut the fuck
We'll
up.
move on to the next scene after we try a few more camera angles. This scene is when our two characters return home, only to discover their mother has been murdered. Ready? Lights! Camera!
What's wrong, Tulip? Iris, stay away! Huh? Why? What's... Mother!
Great, Scott.
Mother... She's... Huh? There's poison in this cup. Huh? I could have sworn I've seen this kind of cup before. Those aristocrats. They didn't even try to cover up their actions. Iris, we need to leave this place. Leave? But now that Mother is gone, where can we even go? Anywhere. All I know is that we can't stay in this house. But are we just going to let them get away with this? We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now. Come on, let's go.
Meow.
No, wait. We can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place. To buy her this flower. All right. Goodbye, Mother. We'll avenge you. Someday.
And cut! Beautiful! Great performance! Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka! And were those real tears I saw? How did you do it?
I was surprised too.
Thank you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, I told myself not to think about anything. I just felt the weight of the moment and became the character. It's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword. You clear your mind and focus only on what's happening in front of you.
Ayaka's performance was amazing. Have I discovered an acting prodigy? Pipe down, everyone! We need to move on to the next scene!
Meow. Are we done with this? The emotional affection. Meow. Okay. Full day of filming on set.
Huh? Are we done already? But Paimon wants to keep playing with the clapperboard. How do you feel, Traveler? Is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
A little.
Good work, you two.
You too, Shivers. You were quite the actress today.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a good grasp of my character's mindset. Anyway, do you remember my request from yesterday?
Oh, right! We were having so much fun that Paimon nearly forgot! You have a case where the murders seem really similar to the cases in the novel, right? So, how are they similar exactly?
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, always using their guns to carry out their revenge. And on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned. Yes, that's correct. We found rainbow roses just like in the novel. Seems like you're connecting the dots now.
Oh, that does sound pretty concerning. Especially after seeing the script today. Ooh, now Paimon can't stop wondering what kind of ulterior motive the murderer might have. What do you think, Traveler?
Good. On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, thank you for your dedication to justice. There's no time to lose. We should start investigating right away. Follow me.
Huh? Right now? Well, we just got done filming all day. Paimon's so tired.
The most valuable intel always comes after nightfall. They are like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea. That's how one of my favorite books always puts it.
Ugh.
So, where are we going right now?
Sleep. After I put in the code. Alright. No, come on. I put all that code in. What the fuck? Invalid code? What do you mean? Fine, I don't need that anyways. Oh, I just put something in incorrectly or something. Really? That's it? That's not what I meant to do. I don't care. I'm going to bed. Before I do that, I'm gonna do mine. Really, I need one more level? That's sad. I'm never gonna level up this character. I can care less about this character.
ready. Now it's time for a short rest.
Yep, I'm going to bed. Good night. I leveled up enough tonight. It was great.